This is Player 1,
This is Player 2.
and you're listening to another great show only on the Four-Eyed Radio Network.
The Third.
For more great shows, check out www.foureyedradio.com. Hello, and this is Stephen Mooney. I'm here to talk to you about one of our proud sponsors on the Four-Eye Radio Network. They are called America Joy Print Shop. If you're looking to do business cards, flyers, posters, banners, cut vinyl, car wraps, and more, then definitely check out americajoy.com for more information. And tell them the Fern sent you.
This feeling deep inside of me, girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Hello, and welcome to an all-new episode of the Long Box Cast. I am Kyle, and I'm here with my other host,
Steve-O?
and today we're doing something different. Normally our format is we jump into shout-outs and a whole bunch of other crap, and instead we're going to actually premiere a movie, that animated film that came out a long time ago. Well, I guess about a year ago.
Not really. I would say less than a year. It came out last year, but according to as I'm starting to watch more and more of these, basically it's a DC
Straight to video
movie. These are these adaptations that DC's been doing, and they're actually coming out really well. They're just taking stuff from the comic books. They'll change a couple of things, but pretty much is exactly the same thing. They get a lot of good voice talent behind it, but this one I'm guessing is the first one, because after you watch this, and we'll get into what it is, but after you watch it, they've been putting stuff at the end of their credits, and I didn't realize it until I watched it just recently. Like at the end, it's the opening to the Justice League War movie, which is kind of weird because what goes on in this movie is kind of like, it doesn't make sense to be the second one.
Right, because it's almost like, because we know the events in this movie, it seems like they kind of already all know each other.
Yes.
And then for it to flash back and then flash forward kind of thing, so
it's a very weird thing, but of course, as you're talking about Flash, this is going to be the Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. Kyle and I have watched it. I bought
not
it
together, separately in our own bathrooms.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it together. Basically, we're gonna set the movie up, and we'll tell you right when to start it. This is something new we're trying. So if you guys really like it, you guys love this commentary thing, we'll do more, because I do have a bunch of other DC movies and also other comic book movies. We're not just going to stick to DC. We'll probably do Marvel.
Yeah, because they have a whole bunch of other ones. They have like the Hulk versus the series.
Yeah,
that they
and
did.
some of the
Planet Hulk they did, which was really good.
Yeah, Planet Hulk is really good, and a lot of the stuff you can actually see also on Netflix right now, especially with Marvel, of course. Marvel actually just released their press release about everybody getting ready to film the new Daredevil series that will be on Netflix.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So,
and I know they just launched their casting with the new Fantastic Four.
Yes.
So obviously everyone's ramping up for all these new shows and movies and everything that's coming out.
Yeah. So basically, this is rated PG-13. We're watching it on the Blu-ray combo pack I picked up. Of course, if you want to watch along with us, you can get this on iTunes. You can get this on Amazon. Of course, if you want to go through Amazon, go, of course, through the Sasquatch.net.
Yes.
Click on our Amazon banner. Go ahead and buy. You can even probably buy it on Amazon Instant as well. So if you just
I imagine so, yeah.
Right there.
I know sometimes YouTube's now doing a promotion too, where you can buy it through YouTube for like a certain amount and they get a download key. As always, with this show is brought to you by the Four-Eyed Radio Network, the Fern. You can listen to all our shows at foureyedradio.com. And, of course, you can find us, on all those social networks. We even put links up today to our Twitter and our Facebook.
Okay.
And we'll be putting links to, obviously, all our other ones where you can find us on social networks.
Yeah, so a little bit about this movie. It's based off of the graphic novel, of course, called The Flashpoint Paradox. Again, this is going to be a spoiler pretty much podcast.
We're
going to talk about everything. We're going to commentate. We're going to talk about artwork. We're going to talk about voice acting. We're going to talk about how things are well done. So we'll even maybe like jump ahead a bit. Like, I like this part coming up. So we're
if you didn't remember,
I'm hopefully not going to sit there and just get engulfed in the movie and just leave this blank for you guys. But again, this is a commentary track, so if you don't want any spoilers,
watch it and then
I would
listen
go
to
watch
the
it and
podcast.
then come back and listen to it because I don't want to ruin anything for you because these have actually been really good. So
Yeah, this one I think is right up there because not only on like an emotional level with all the characters, but it was such a good comic read because it was such one of those alternatives because they were known for those infinite worlds.
Yes.
And there was even that one that came out, Justice League versus the something else like the
Injustice League or something like
and it was
that.
like Owlman and all these
Yeah,
other
it was
characters.
like Owlman, which was cool about that one because Owlman was actually voiced by James Woods.
And he did excellent.
He did an excellent job. And like it was weird because when they said it, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because you're thinking, ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, we're thinking the Family Guy one. So, but again, they do get a lot of good voice acting. I think a lot of the people who are in this transfer over into the next couple of movies. The only one that didn't transfer over was Batman's in this, and it is voiced by Kevin Conroy, of course. Right. He delivers very well, but it's kind of funny for this one because Batman, he's in it, but it's not Kevin Conroy's Batman.
Right. Not at the not halfway through.
Halfway through,
because obviously they're jumping through worlds.
There's a couple
and
of different things that are going on. So, of course, without further ado, I guess we'll start this up now. We're literally going to be once I hit play, it's literally just like the opening sequence. It's going to have the DC symbol. And it's just going to go right into it. So if you want,
and unfortunately, Steve and I do have food and beer, so you might hear us drinking and eating. As
I'm probably not going to eat because I don't want.
Well, it could be. You might add to the effect though if it's like Flash, I'm hungry, and just be like, yum 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 yum.
But yeah, okay. So we'll see how this goes. Of course, afterwards, if you guys really enjoyed these, we don't want to do them like every single time. We might do it like maybe every once a month.
Probably when one comes out, if one's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, because the newest one that just came out before
was
the Batman was War. So,
and I know they're working on those other two. The Aquaman, they're working on one for Shazam with his retelling.
Yes,
they're working on one I heard right now for Jon Stewart Green Lantern.
Oh, okay,
which will be neat as they're going to tie that in. So we'll see how they go.
But yeah, we'll do that. And also, I think in this as well is oh god, who's the guy from Firefly?
Oh yeah, Wash. He was the voice of the pilot.
Wash. Well, no, not Wash. He wasn't the voice of not the pilot. He could be in this. I'm not sure. But the other guy, the guy who's like the main captain dude.
Oh, Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Is he as the Green Lantern?
Yeah, he's the Green Lantern.
Oh, okay, so he's still a Green Lantern.
So he's still the Green Lantern in this.
Because I know in War, Wash, who was the pilot, is the voice of Superman.
Yes, and it's a completely different voice for Green Lantern in War.
Yeah, it has that. It's that other guy.
But I was actually to be surprisingly definitely. If you guys like this, we'll definitely do War next because we're going to try to do them in order. But definitely.
And then we'll do Doctor Strange again.
Yes, Doctor Strange again. After watching War, I really loved Green Lantern. Of course, spoiler. He's like the comic relief in this one.
Yeah.
In that one, which was really surprising. So, of course, without further ado, Kyle and I will jump into this. We're going to start it right now.
So it has been loading up.
Okay.
DC Comics.
This is DC Comics right now.
From DC Entertainment. Because you didn't know who they were, they are also DC.
And of course, there's the Warner Brothers logo presents. I'm actually
remember when they used to do that? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and it had what's his face, Bugs Bunny.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, it's a young version of Alan Berry and his mother.
That's right. So they're broken down.
Broken on the side of the road. Which is actually really funny because I just found the backstory to the new 52 Flash. I finally read Volume 2. I have to say, they did fucking so much with just Volume 2 with the Flash. Like, everybody's in it. The entire Rogues Gallery's in it.
Oh, nice.
Gorilla Grodd.
Well, these are all people that people were like, hey, we want to see all these people that he's... Because those are some of his characters that he's known for.
Yeah, and then what's really cool is you get to see like his father's backstory, which with this you didn't see. So of course Barry, he's a very energetic little boy.
He's a single mom kind of thing. He's blonde.
Yeah, single mom.
He's white, of course. So you know that
he likes
got
to
that
litter
going
with
for
those
him.
leaves.
Yeah, he likes to kick leaves. Take that stick.
Yeah, take that stick.
Yeah, son of a look! I got a key and everything.
I think he's a latchkey kid.
Yeah, lights are off. Looks like broken glass. He's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Everything's all torn up. Looks like there was a struggle. His cake, oh no, his cake!
I don't know if it was his cake. I think it was his mom's birthday. Because when
she made her own freaking cake. Way to go, Barry.
Well, he just came home from school because happy birthday, Mom.
See,
he drops his card. You know,
God damn it, Barry.
It's really funny with this part coming up actually right now. I know this
Hilarious.
No, what I
You'll
mean,
be laughing your ass
what I mean
off
is
if
you see this detective writing down stuff,
Right.
and he literally looks like Commissioner Gordon, but of course this takes place in Central City.
Right, Central City.
So it has nothing to do with that.
But of course, yeah, right away you jump
yes.
to.
Okay, of course anybody who listens to his commentary is going to be like, Steve thinks when Alan Barry's mom gets killed is hilarious.
Yes.
You're an ass.
A breaking gun rock.
This is actually pretty like it's a really quick way to do his backstory.
Plus, if you think about the similarities between him and Batman.
Yes.
And not a lot of people notice that. They always talk about, oh, Batman.
Yeah, but that was the thing. I really had no idea what Alan Barry's backstory was until I literally watched this, and that actually got me to go, hey, I want to watch. I wanted to read the comics, so.
You don't know. I had a stick. If I didn't have that stick weighing me down.
Yeah, really. If you didn't have that stick weighing
you
down.
Well, you had a backpack on, everything. Like if you.
No, yeah, he's talking with Iris, which is funny because like they're hooked up in this. I don't know if they're hooked up in the New 52. He's actually in love with another girl in New 52, and Iris is like basically like in this like time like paradox thing that's going on right now, which is kind of interesting. So. Yeah, that's the other thing about the Flash, which I thought was funny, is like he has his own museum. Like Superman doesn't have a museum, Batman doesn't have a museum, like so.
Well, see, then again, it depends. Like he's done so much for Central City that he's done so much that they've built a monument to him. Whereas like Superman, like he's more world known.
Yeah.
So, oh no, his statue.
So of course we got what was it, Top?
Yeah, we got Top Heavy.
Corny puns.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, though, is he always had that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And what was it, the Trickster, or was it...
Yeah, there's the Trickster, Mirror Master, and Heat Wave.
And Mirror Master was always a guy I liked, because if you ever saw the one with Doom, the animation...
I think so.
It's one where basically Batman has this contingency for everyone, and then they figure it out and change it.
Yeah, that's another one we'll get into. Now, this is what I really liked about this, is basically... it's funny because the Justice League has like the Injustice League, but Flash literally has his own kind of team up of villains to go after him. They're called the Rogue Gallery.
Yeah, the Rogue Gallery. Literally, that's what they're called. Like they don't just go off of like, because everyone knows of the Rogue Gallery of like Batman.
Yeah,
but it's not like as well known.
I think it's been shortened down to the Rogues.
Right,
now,
the Rogues now.
But yeah, you got Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, and he was a big plot point in some of the early Infinity Crisis ones.
And then you also got Captain Cold.
Yeah,
which is funny because Captain Cold literally was like basically like Mr. Freeze.
Right.
This is what I love about this is like you can see like just how like just all the stuff he can actually do, the Flash.
Right.
Yeah, this is such a good sequence. Of course, that's what I love. Captain Boomerang, of course, has like the Australian. You call it a noise.
Call that a boomerang. There's a boomerang.
You call that a noise.
Oi, 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 copper.
I'll show you. Of course, the Reverse Flash shows up.
Yeah, and everyone's like, what?
Of course, if you guys don't know who the Reverse Flash is Fane. Or Professor Speed, I think they also go by with him.
Son of a bitch.
I just like how much of a psychopath he is. Fawn, that was it, okay. Now the cool part about Fawn is he's actually from the future.
Right.
And he mimics the Flash, and then he comes back to pretty much kind of. It's kind of funny because not only is he like trying to be better than Barry Allen, he's actually trying to mentor him and try to actually show him like you could do so much more with like your powers and everything like that. So it's a really weird like villain relationship with him because most of them are just like I'm going to kill you or whatnot, but he just comes to the point where it's just like. And the cool part with them, I guess, is like you can't do certain things because there's two people, I guess, using the Speed Force at the same time.
Oh, right.
So, which you learn about a little bit in the thing. And of course, who shows up? Motherfucking Batman.
I'm the goddamn Batman.
That was such a good entrance. I'm like, how come they've never done any of those cool entrances in the movie?
It looks like it's Tim Daly again.
I'm not sure if it's Tim Daly in this one.
And you got all the other
people. Cyborg's running in right now. Hey. Nathan Fillion. See, I even said, I was like, really? They picked, don't get me wrong, Ryan Reynolds, I get it because he was hot at that time, but I really think Nathan Fillion would have been a better Hal Jordan. And you got,
why do I look a lot like that guy from Torchwood?
I know, it's so weird with, like, I love the animation in this, but for some reason, Aquaman just looks way off.
Well, even like the Superman looks like really huge for some reason.
It's just kind of weird.
Take your pants off.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
I don't know if Kevin Conroy could probably get anybody to take their pants off, but just with that Batman voice.
Yeah, exactly. I am vengeance.
I am the night. Get your pants off.
Take those dirty breeches.
A lot of people don't know that Captain Atom. It's funny when I first saw him, I literally thought he had a maple leaf on his.
Right, yeah. Because I ever thought because you're thinking like the guy from the Canadian.
The Canadian
Alphas.
From
Marvel.
Marvel, but yeah. So actually, you know what's funny? Captain Atom is a character that doesn't really get used often, but when they do, they seem to do a pretty good job with him. It's kind of funny because Aquaman, you think they really
it's like microbials.
Yeah, but it's funny with Aquaman, like especially in this one, they've really given him like this kind of like fuck you attitude because I guess they're just like, you know what, no one likes Aquaman, let's just make him a dick and see what happens. And I think more people have actually enjoyed that a lot more. Batman with all of his great technology.
That's why, I like about it. Cyborg's using technology. Aquaman's using microbes to eat it. Mm-hmm. I love what she said. If you heard it, Wonder Woman says, so I'd suck it in if I was you, meaning like she's about to shoot him in the junk.
Yeah.
So you might as well like get used to it being cold.
Yeah. My favorite, though, is Superman when it comes up. Because Superman, he literally just, like, a little bit back while they're doing this, he's, like, holding it.
Yeah.
He's like, the worst part is waiting.
Right, because he's obviously just waiting for it to detonate.
Explode, or whatnot. And you got Aquaman breaking it. Look at what I
can do. I crushed it like a little worm.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. He looks like
and then, of course, he's just going to blow it up.
He's just going to let it, like, just explode in his hands. And to me, that was kind of cool, because it's like, I get Superman's very powerful, but they really kind of hold back his limits sometimes. Like, especially watching, like, the old Justice League cartoons. It's like, he gets hit with a laser, he's like, it's not like,
well, that's why I liked is they had to dumb down his powers after a while, because, like, they were having issues with him, where there was an issue of a comic where there was, like, a star that was going to erupt.
Uh-huh.
And it was going to erupt, and it was going to consume like the star. So the Superman just goes up and goes like it was a candle. And they're like, okay, well, if a guy can do that, like how do you make him vulnerable? Well, so it was actually the Byrne did that when they came back with him getting the Arnold physique.
Okay,
they made him more vulnerable. That's like his cape could get destroyed. Metallo was like kind of even par. So that was actually good. Like they kind of dumbed down his powers a bit. But you don't have my cock.
That's what I like about that.
Yeah, he's always like thinking.
Like, well, that's why I was very confused with like Justice League Flash, because it was always like he was very cocky, very this, and I was like, this is weird, because after I read like the Barry Allen, I was like, why did they make Barry Allen? And then finally there was just the one episode where it was all like, it wasn't Barry Allen, it was, oh crap, it was the one after him. Basically, he was like Kid Flash or whatnot. Wally.
Yeah.
Oh, what a dick.
Yeah, you bastard.
He's such a dick when he says that. I really like how they did his eyes in this too. Superman just.
So right there, I would have like.
I got nothing. This was really weird because I've never seen Flash and like Batman like ever this close.
Yeah, because obviously, like that's why I like is like in this they've. It makes sense though, like if you think about it, like him at the same kind of childhoods. Like here comes Flash being like, woo!
There's the opening. So really good, really quick. I think it was what 18 minutes into the movie, maybe
we're fucked. Yeah,
maybe less, but it was already just like. Here's his
Action-packed.
backstory. Here's some action packed.
Here's some of his rogues.
So I mean, this is like what I've been trying to think that most superhero movies need to do.
But what I like about this too is in this version, Barry tries to work both angles. Like most people have secret identities, and they're just like mild-mannered Clark Kent or billionaire Bruce Wayne. Where like he's actually like I'm a cop working my ass off trying to investigate.
Actually, he works
things.
in the forensics.
That's what I like about it. Is like so he's always investigating things, and then like that's how he knows how to get out there and stop the bad guys.
So it's kind of cool. I really like this setup too because it's already like Captain Cold's back out, Boomerang's back out, and he's sitting there going like this. But then you're thinking, going like in your head, you're like, well, that happens sometimes with the Rogue Gallery. They sometimes get into fights with each other. That guy's face.
Yeah, hole. How do you know?
What the hell are you talking about?
Why are you talking to yourself?
Where's my ring? Way to go, asshole.
Oh, I slipped on some stuff.
So. That's got to be a weird feeling.
Yeah, you're like, what?
Yeah, we're getting sucked in right now. So really, nothing too major is going on. It's just he runs into his mom, and he's like, what the hell?
Yeah, this is the best part, because it's like, he has no clue what's going on. His ring's gone.
Yeah.
No one knows who the hell the Flash is.
Yeah.
And then it's like, his mom's alive, so it's like, oh, well, wait a minute.
Yeah, what's going on with this? So, but very touching moment, because it's like, he hasn't seen his mom since he was probably like 8.
A child, yeah. Yeah, ooh, creepy.
Oh, this is getting weird. Yeah, the war. It was so weird when like I first started watching this. It was just like the war, and it was like, what are you talking about? And it was all like Wonder Woman, the Amazons are battling the Atlanteans. I'm like, that's like the gay line.
Yeah, the mom's just thinking like, huh?
Which is funny because if you think about it, probably 15 years ago, there was no way they could have gotten away with that.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Someone saying like, oh, what, you gay or you're homosexual or something like that. So
yeah, what, you like a dig in your mouth? What's going on over here?
The rated R
yeah, exactly.
Director's
like,
cut version of this. Barry, I get it. You suck dick
you suck
for coke.
Dick for coke. We
no,
get
Mom,
it.
that's not. No, I'm the Flash.
Yeah, that's what they call you because you're so good at it. It'll be over in a flash.
In a flash. You get to. This is really kind of cool because it's a Wayne's Casino.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're like, well, wait a minute.
Which is like, what the fuck? So
yeah, so right away, so if you're a fan and don't know, you're like, shit. And then of course Batman's using firearms.
He's using firearms.
You're just like, what the fuck?
Of course, he's battling. I think the woman's called Yo-Yo, but I think it's supposed to be like Harley Quinn.
Right, exactly.
But
yeah, her name was like Yo-Yo in the thing, but she's supposed to kind of be like the Harley Quinn of the saga. Really good fight scene though, because it's like you see how they're both like martially sound.
But it's really kind of funny because if you watch it, like he's using a lot of guns, a lot of weapons, stuff like that, but he's not like. He's actually kind of getting his ass beat.
Yeah, he doesn't really have martial arts like she does.
He doesn't have martial arts like.
He's got a bit though. You see him like
Batman.
blocking and stuff, and like just throwing like right hooks and stuff.
Yeah. He's more of like a grunt kind of battle, but.
Yeah, because like what I like about those, like he's trying to like all he has to do is shoot her. All he has to do is put a bullet in her and she'll be dead, and like how good and quick she is.
Yeah, with everybody.
And then here she is trying to strangle him with some yo-yo wire.
All that kind of stuff.
And of course he's just like, I'm Batman. Drop you on your face.
Drop you on your face, bitch.
Try to strangle me.
Batman starts panning. So he's looking for the Joker. So we're like, okay,
Yeah,
at least the
smashes
Joker's
her
still
fa-
here.
Yeah, of course. Like you're like, oh.
He just like pulls out like this pliers to rip her tongue out. That's another. Yeah, so it wasn't like Harvey Dent; it was Judge Dent.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Like, so already.
Yeah, he became a judge instead of an attorney. This is one of the parts that you're like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's just like holy shit, and you're just like, when you first watch this, you're just trying to figure this kind of stuff out.
Yeah.
You're just like, what's going on?
And then obviously Cyborg's in it, and he looks all cray.
Yeah, Cyborg comes out. Yeah, that's what I liked about Cyborg in this. Like, he's very upgrade, and then when you find out why, because he's like working actually for like the government, and then of course tries to talk to Batman. Such a
Yeah,
good
no,
line.
it's like, what the?
I'd say the cool part I like about him is like he still has all the know-with-all, like.
Well, that's what I like about it. It's like
Normal
he's
Batman.
dedicated his life still to becoming the Batman, but it's just a little off. Like there's something different about it.
Yeah, it's very.
And even like Cyborg too, because he looks like he's more of an adult as opposed to like when he was a
Yeah, he was a
teenager kind of
teenager.
thing.
So.
Remember these guys?
That's what I like. You can see Captain Cole is a part of the superheroes team, which is
Yeah.
very weird. What was really cool though is like instead of just one kid, it's actually the Shazam kids.
Oh, right.
Shades in it. I like that.
Yeah, all the kids.
It's Batman.
It's Batman guy. We could always.
No, I don't want to stop and start.
Can't stop the party, man.
Unofficial.
We have our
interns,
unofficial
like,
intern trying to interrupt
right.
the smoking.
Unless you want to take it for a little bit while I do a smoke break, and then.
I can run with this. I'll let people know what's going on.
Alright.
Steve's gonna go for a smoke. So if you guys are at this part of this story, it's where Wonder Woman is like attacking people, Aquaman's attacking people, and Steve left for a smoke. And here's when Batman goes crazy. So at this point, what we know is that Cyborg has met up with Batman. Batman has thrown Yo-Yo off a roof, and Cyborg caught her. They're showing like kind of like the Justice League, and like Captain Cold's on it, Vision's on it. You got looks like the Scarecrow's part of it. Scarlet Witch is in part of it. You got Batman, of course, like he's very gruff and very griff, and they're trying to stop this war between the Atlanteans and the Amazonians. And of course, there's Flash is running around everywhere, but he doesn't really feel like he has his abilities. And at this point, what's weird is Iris is like has a husband and has a life without even Barry knowing anything. And what's interesting is like not only has he witnessed that, but it's like they have invasion drills because they're worried about the war that's going on. You have all this traffic that's going on. He's trying to get into Gotham, and obviously it's like he's going to go to, of course, his friend's house. And his friend, of course, is Bruce Wayne. So he's gone all the way to the Wayne Manor, and the Wayne Manor is in disarray. It's really dark. Looks like it's not been used for years. Like it's completely like boarded up and almost looks abandoned. So it's like he's almost like, okay, what the hell's going on? And of course, Barry knows where everything is, so he's going in there like if he was, if it was his regular friend. As he's walking in, he's finding all these broken like bottles and shit. Guns everywhere, explosives, all these kinds of things. Of course, bam! Punch to the skull. Gets his ass kicked. And they're having a confrontation. And he keeps calling him Bruce, and of course the guy starts kicking his ass. And then the secret revealed that Thomas Wayne is the Batman. And of course, it's just like, Jesus Christ, oh my God. Pilgrim to Mayflower. So now, of course, there's a fighting going on. What's interesting is like the Amazons and the Amazons looks like the Atlanteans are in battle, and it looks like they're actually pretty vulnerable. Like they're just using firearms, and they're able to kill the Atlanteans no problem. All right, now it looks like a guy with a long beard and stuff is going after him, and he just got roped by a flying crazy girl in armor, and that would be Wonder Woman. And she's wearing like a Shirok or something like that. Sarong. She's choking the crap out of him. Like she's strangling a guy. And it turns out it was Steve Trevor, the guy she falls in love with in the storyline. But if you don't know that, you're stupid. Mm. And of course, now all these, they're going after Lois Lane. She's a Pulitzer Prize winner, and she's working with the Resistance, is trying to stop the war. She meets this guy. And then it's like, now she's going to kill this guy. So she ends up killing Steve Trevor like it's nothing, using the lasso of truth. And she has a smirk on her face because she likes killing people. And now Batman's breaking his fingers. And so then Batman's beating him up. Yeah, you just missed all the good stuff. Wonder Woman strangled the guy, and the guy was Steve Trevor.
I'm back. No, this is the cool part where he's interrogating basically Barry Allen. He's already broken his fingers and shit, which Kyle probably already talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, what a nail in the coffin right there.
It's like, well, wait a minute.
No. I was just about to say that. That's what it is, the Reverse Flash. Or Professor Speed. He's got so many fucking names, Don. Yeah. It was weird, though, because he was actually in the Flash series. Like, that was, like, the live-action series that was, like, on a long, long time ago where the Trickster was actually played by Mark Hamill. And they made him blue.
Weird.
And they just called him Thawne. They didn't call him anything else.
It's crazy! And it was cool because they were talking about how Lois Lane is like helping the Resistance, and Steve Trevor, like she caught him and like strangled him to death.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty interesting.
That was pretty cool. Another cool part I forgot who was in this also was Deathstroke. So funny part with this Batman, Thomas Wayne, is the fact that he's actually like a doctor.
Yeah, that's what I liked about the line that he said. He's like, mention my dead son again, I'll bust out my surgical equipment.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like.
And what I really like is when they first get to the house, like it's still all boarded up, like it's been abandoned because he's been just Batman the whole time.
Yeah, like he gave up on it. Well, that's why. Yeah, that's actually a good line in the movie too. They talk about like he's like, oh, Batman had a really more stealthy like plane or whatnot. And then he makes a joke about like, yeah, well, he's like, I have to, drive around like thugs and mobsters and stuff like that because he runs the casino thing. Okay, yeah, this is a really cool scene right here. So basically, you got the ship going on. You got Deathstroke,
Yeah, he was kind of helped leading the resistance.
Yeah,
I
which
guess.
is weird. So you got Deathstroke, you got Lex Luthor. He's such a smug. Even as a good guy, he's such a smug ass.
Well, that's what I liked about him in that one, the against the Infinites, because it was like him and the Joker were friends. Like Joker was actually more of a hero, and that in the opening of that, and then like Lex Luthor escapes, but he's just more like matter of fact about it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm just here to stop everything.
Yeah.
See for yourself.
Yo. Don't mind me, I'm Deathstroke.
So is Deathstroke black now?
Oh, it looks like it, yeah.
No, he's not.
It looks kind of dark to me.
He's just a tan skin
Mm-hmm.
Deathstroke.
Yeah, when is he going to get tanned in this dark apocalyptic world?
Yeah.
It's blacker than a motherfucker.
So this is really cool because then you got this huge ship showing up, and what I liked about the whole thing with the Atlanteans, which shows up, is that you're going to see soon, is not only is it just Aquaman, but also Black Manta has
they kind of like teamed up
together
because it's more like a war against them.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You shot in the face.
That guy gets killed.
That was one thing that I noticed too, was that the Amazonians seemed pretty vulnerable too, because they were being shot at by gunfire, and were actually taking bullets too.
Yeah. So what's kind of cool? There's some super power teams on that ship as well.
Yeah, they're trying to help out.
They're trying to help out as well. The Atlantean armor. That's really kind of cool because you're looking at them going like, oh, that armor looks like doesn't look like anything they would wear like usually. And then you got one of the Kid Colds.
Yeah, the Kid Colds and oh shit!
That guy just got fucked up. He got fucked up. Everyone just gets fucked up right here.
Big fat guns. So it looks like that's Aqualad.
No. I thought it was Aqualad at first, but you're actually going to see Aqualad.
Oh, okay. So this must be the other guy then.
Yeah, there's another
Clayface.
Oh yeah, Clayface. I totally forgot about that. He just comes.
Yeah, Clayface is just huge. Like, rips through everybody.
See, I would love to see a Clayface in a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just freaking cool.
Oh, use sound to get him. Wow. Oh yeah, there's that.
So yeah, actually I think that's his best friend, the guy that first comes out, and then there was the girl that I think like he was in love with, Aqualad.
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny because I didn't know who any of these people were until I watched the Young Justice show. So I actually kind of like this because you kind of see Lex Luthor. He can actually kind of fight.
Yeah, he's a good shot, a good marksman.
Yeah, so I fucking love Deathstroke, man.
Yeah, Deathstroke is just incredible.
Man. I would really love a thing like that. Deathstroke and Deadpool together.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Aqualad. That's
here comes Aqualad with his sword and stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember him though. His character with the water powers.
Yeah,
was somebody
forget who he is. I want to say I think he's literally like Aqualad's like best friend.
Yeah.
So and then you got
Black Manta comes in.
Fucking ridiculous. Like he's fucking huge. Like I didn't realize how big Black Manta was. Oh, and then Deathstroke just gets
shot right in the chest. And then of course here he comes again. You
so
got
weird with Aquaman. I've actually enjoyed him more with him actually having his trident.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's Orm, and Orm's big in the New 52, where Orm's almost like taking over.
Oh yeah.
And it's more like because Aquaman's kind of abandoned to go like help the Justice League, so Orm's kind of now become the ruler of the sea.
But yeah. So now we're back at the Wayne
And that's
Manor.
the big thing is that everyone dies.
Yeah, that was a big thing in this, but.
And this is what's really nuts is like this shit that he's like basically
he's trying to recreate the
serum.
basically what turned him into the Flash, like you just said, which is kind of cool. Because it's like
because he obviously knew the compounds that made him.
Yeah, he knew all the compounds, which is funny because like what he was actually working on in the lab had nothing to do with that, and it was just like when he just gets struck by lightning with all these chemicals inbound. So, yeah, this is really good. So, got Thomas Wayne kind of helping me. It's kind of funny that if you think about it, that it was a good choice that they picked Thomas Wayne to be in this ultimate dimension because he is a doctor. And what you're about to see right now is the Flash gets fucked up.
Yeah, big time.
So I love the fact that he's always drinking too, Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite part was like he's coming down the stairs and you see the bottles.
Yeah.
You see the gun in the case, like with all the bullets around it.
Which is just funny to see how like if you lose like Bruce Wayne, how a completely different direction he went than what Wayne
Yeah,
did,
exactly.
you know?
Like you would think, but what I like is it shows you the parallel of how Bruce could have turned out.
Yeah. So Barry's getting shot with this.
He's got the chemicals everywhere. He's like, yeah, I'm Flash time.
He's like, oh, the Flash, but the chemicals aren't reacting. Oh, they're not doing what they're supposed to do.
Instead they light him on fire. Because obviously in this world, these chemicals don't do
Your
it.
sex on fire.
Let me put you out there, buddy.
Oh, so he puts him out.
And he carries him over, and he's like, "Oh, you're a burned
It's
little
like,
baby."
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's just like,
You're
fuck,
like, "Ooh,
dude,
yeah, that didn't work."
See, that was the funny part. I would love to see this
dear.
I would love to see that, like, if they do the Flash movie, I'd love to see the Flashpoint Paradox be like the last film or something like that. And like, the trilogy
exactly.
or whatnot. It'd just be pretty cool. So now we got Cyborg here. Like, Cyborg is funny because I actually really liked him in War and also in the
War,
Teen
he
Titans
was
in
really
this, but this one he's just like, you're just a bitch. Black President too.
Was that his dad?
No, I don't think so.
As his Black President?
I don't think so. His dad was a scientist. I don't know if his dad became the thing because he doesn't refer to him as dad. He refers to him as president.
Well, of course, he's the president.
Oh, fuck
I mean,
that.
if our dad
my
was
dad
president,
I wouldn't call him president. I'd be like, what's
sure.
up? P.
Yeah, it looks like it's Obama.
Yeah, it's Obama, which is funny because I think when the comic first came out,
Like,
I don't
Obama
even
was
think,
running.
well, Obama wasn't even like a thought in anyone's head.
And of course,
so.
now they're just like, let's make a black president. But
Yeah,
then
it's
again,
more
like, he
acceptable.
would be a pawn because obviously who's going to pay for all that? The
Well,
American
exactly.
government.
No, it's like you're a pawn.
You
for
think
the
he's
going to
pay for it?
No, he's fucking.
Vending machine.
He can't pay for it. He's black.
It looks good though. I like his suit.
No,
in this
yeah, I
one.
like his suit too. Well, technically, no, he probably could pay for it because most likely Cyborg would probably become a rapper and then he'd bling himself out anyway. So
Yeah,
I'm
he'd
Cyber
become
B.
Steel.
Cyber B. Now this is a really kind of cool sequence because when you see everything, you're kind
Yeah,
of
like,
like,
well,
oh,
wait
is
a
this
minute.
happening right now?
Yeah,
is this
you're like,
going on right
oh.
now? And then you realize, which we'll soon find out, is the Flash wakes up and all these new memories
Are forming
are
in his head.
basically
Yeah.
forming in his head on this new universe. So it's kind of funny. So you see, basically, Superman kind of misses the cornfield.
Yeah, he of course
He
lands.
misses where Clark Kent, was it not Clark? Mr. and Mrs. Kent would
Right.
have found him. So instead, he crashes basically inside this city. So it's like, okay. Then you get to see kind of like how the war started basically
Right.
from the Amazons and the Atlanteans, which is kind of cool. I really like how like Wonder Woman with her like the armor and stuff like that. And I really like how
Yeah,
they
it seems
built
like there
that
was a
with the new-
truce between the Atlanteans
Yeah,
and
doing
the.
a truce thing here. But then, of course, Aquaman's like, dude, I want more than just the truth, if you know what I'm saying. She's like, yeah, I know what you're saying. He's like, I'm going to put my dick in you.
Yeah, of course it's like.
Well, here we go. It's like, dick time.
You want a
some-
fish
he
stick?
wants- And, of course, his wife finds
Yeah,
out.
she's like,
She's
what
just
the
like,
fuck?
What the fuck?
But then again, it's like the Caesar tale because that's what Caesar did.
Yes,
Caesar left
that's
and
true.
met with Cleopatra.
And, of course,
Yeah, then of course she's like, "You bitch!"
You bitch. Which is funny.
That was my fish
Which is
stick.
weird because it's like,
Tartar
is this really how
sauce.
women would react back in the day? It was like, would it be the woman's fault? I would more assume that it would be the men's fault. 'Cause,
Well, obviously
like,
this was a way for that to be a truce, but I mean, clearly it's more like
well, it's
you
not
stole
even
my
that.
man.
It's not even that because it's like if you think about it, it's like, look, you're a woman. You don't have anybody in your life. This man is basically my king, and you just kind of fucked it. So, so they
then,
go
of
into
course
a
she's
huge
like,
battle,
yeah.
and, of
And
course,
they both. Bleh.
she gets her ass handed to her because
Well, of course, it's Wonder Woman.
Fucking Wonder Woman.
And you had a fountain that she just
She had
turned
a fountain-
off.
Yeah, you turned
Like,
off.
whoop, whoop.
And then she not only she takes her crown, so you see
Right.
her and cuts off the head.
Yeah.
Again, we would not see any of this like back in the day with DC
Yeah.
films, so it's kind of cool. So now,
And then of course they're all
then he's
wanting
kind
it
of
out for
pissed. He's all
blood.
like- because you know why he's pissed? Because he was getting poo-tang on both sides of the war.
Well, because he realized like his mistake is what started
Yeah.
it.
Oh, and this is the best part here. So we got Batman.
Thomas Wayne just beating
Thomas
the
Wayne
shit.
is just beating the shit out of this guy.
He's got blood in his
And he's
hands.
just- yeah, he is just.
Like,
and
you
he
hear,
keeps
like,
his-
bone just
yeah,
crunching.
he just keeps going, and then finally turns around. And you just kind of finally see
That Bruce is dead.
Bruce is dead as a
Shot
child,
right in the
and,
chest.
and the mom, is comforting him or whatnot.
And she realizes like the blood on his and she
Blood-
can't wipe it off. His blood everywhere. She puts it to her face. She
This is,
starts
like, the
sobbing.
coolest thing.
Yeah, she starts sobbing. You see,
What I really like is you can see how much he just kind of breaks down, and then her on the other hand just kind of fucking.
she loses it.
She fucking.
Like, I mean, obviously this was
loses
her world, and then like
Yeah.
he's gone. So, I mean, it's like the reverse reaction of like
Yeah.
Bruce like at this moment, Bruce like said,
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure this
So
doesn't happen
basically,
again.
the Joker becomes
Martha
Martha
Wayne.
Martha Wayne, which is just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
And of course,
and then of course Barry Allen's like, "Shit."
Barry Allen wakes up and has
I'm
all
Black
these,
Man.
basically has all these new memories.
Yeah, and of course he looks like a mummy. Here, have some juice.
Yeah.
I peed in this. I ran out of toilet paper a long time.
So it's really kind of fucked up because now it's like he has, which you'll see later on with Flash, like he kind of collapses sometimes because both of his worlds are like pretty much merging together. So he's having memories from not only like basically I would say Earth 1,
yeah.
and then now
This
the
world.
new Earth 2. So yeah, so he's slowly losing the memories from his other stuff.
And what I like about it is that like Batman's like listening to him, doesn't quite trust him yet, but you could see that his like mind is starting to catch up to like,
like
okay, well clearly this guy is insane enough to be burned to crisp.
Yeah.
So there must be some truth to this guy's delusion.
Like he's kind of a nut. So, and of course. You got what I like about alternate Aquaman in this though, it's like the only thing that's changed about him is just like I got a cut over my face.
Yeah, like I would have liked to see him like maybe with a Neptune's beard, maybe with the hook for an arm.
Something.
They change him up because at least like Wonder Woman, she's more armorish.
Yeah, Wonder Woman has more armor,
more cold.
She's more cold, but like him was just all like, I just got a cut on my. And you know how I got this cut? Man, I walked into a goddamn door.
God, you know how
glass door. Why do we have glass doors on this shit?
Yeah, went to Long John Silver's. Asked for the cold cut trio.
And walked into the damn glass door, cut my nose. It was Chick-fil-A day.
Chick-fil-A?
I don't know why Aquaman is now black. But
even Black Manta doesn't talk like that.
Yeah, Black Manta doesn't talk
yes,
like that.
sir, I'm Orm. Yeah. And I'm a wizard.
Yeah, now, did you fill them in with the fact that Captain Atom has disappeared?
Mm-hmm.
You soon realize he has actually been captured.
And he's what's powering the sun.
He's basically their weapon.
Right.
So they've learned to channel into him, which is pretty horrific because like Captain Atom, basically is just made up of a whole bunch of these different molecules.
Yeah.
So even if his
he's
suit
able to
gets like a cut, a rip in it or whatnot, it's like he's got to get the fuck out of there, or it's just going to be a devastation.
It just detonates.
So, here we go. We got
that's what they're doing round 2.
Yeah, so Barry and Thomas Wayne are doing round 2. I love the little line Barry just said before. He was all like, "Well, put me out faster next time." Or
yeah, exactly. So. But that's what I like about it. He's so determined that it's like...
Yeah. So...
And of course, Batman's just drinking.
He made it a drinking game.
Yeah.
How many times I have to put you out? So, of course, even drunk Batman still has the power. So, of course, boom. Barry Allen has tapped into the Speed Force again.
Yeah, so he's like, wait a minute, I see this.
Everything is slowed down. Batman is actually about to fall off the roof.
So of course, he has to, like... That's my favorite part about it, is like then like everything gets back to normal. He gets healed a little bit.
Yeah,
body
like
regenerates faster.
Yeah, everything's regenerating faster, so I love that.
Yeah, that's why people forget about that, because he can move in speed really fast.
Yeah, move everything else faster.
He's also got a healing factor fast.
Yeah. So basically, you just speed everything up. Boom.
Ooh, told you. Here's a drink.
Here's a drink, bitch.
Drink up, bitch.
Of course, now we're back to Lois Lane is back in the war area.
That's what I like about this part is, she's running away from not only the Atlanteans, but also...
the Amazons. Got so much shit going on.
And I like it too, because she's
I like about
more...
Lois Lane in this. It's like she's very like athletic. She's very like getting into everything. She's like this world reporter, which again that I kept saying with the Man of Steel is like that's what that Lois Lane did in that where she kind of went looking.
Yeah,
for
she went looking for the story, and
not like the one that was in Superman Returns where she's just all like, "Oh, you left me. I wrote this story, and then I slept with Cyclops, and now I have your baby, but he thinks it's his." So if you think about it, Superman Return. No offense, women, but Lois Lane and Superman Returns kind of a cunt.
Well, here's the best part, too. Like, this is the whole analogy. Check this shit out. So, okay, Superman 1, Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
Comes to Earth, blah, blah, blah. So, Superman 2, they hook up.
Yeah.
They do. She's in the Fortress of Solitude. They screw.
Uh-huh.
Well, he, like... gets his powers back and gives her one kiss, so she forgets that they basically had sex. So like it was basically like date rape.
Yeah, okay,
and then 4 years later she has a kid, so it's like, oh, I ain't my kid.
Oh yeah,
He finds out she's pregnant. He like leaves for 4 years. Like, see you, bitch.
Fuck
you
that.
are not the father. Like he's like, Maury the shit out of here. So I mean, that the whole storyline is all fucked up. So of course, this Superman, we get a Lois Lane that's like actually intelligent. Superman that actually fights. And like then everyone's like, boo.
This is what I love. Because everyone's biggest problem with it is they're like. Basically,
he killed.
Well,
but then what I love is like
all these people get
10
killed.
minutes right before it, he even says, either you'll die or I'll die. Like that was the whole point. Like either I'll kill you or you'll.
So of course now Speedster's running around taking out all the Amazons. You assume.
Yeah, you're like, oh, is it the Flash?
Oh,
all right.
The Flash, but of
or
course
Superman.
it's not because of course when the Flash runs, there's red beams and this was yellow. So
yeah, so you're kind of like, what is this?
But of course, boom.
And we got Grifter.
Weird bug guy. I don't know.
You got the Bug Man. I forgot his name too, but he's in the comic.
I'm calling him cocksucker. Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
Canterbury, the Canterbury Kermit. Yeah, it makes sense that you would have Estrigan. Or Etrigan.
Etrigan.
Etrigan, that's it.
This is funny. In the original series of the Batman animated series and even the Justice League, Etrigan was supposed to always speak in rhymes, and he never did.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like these new reboots came out that he started actually doing that in the films.
And it looks like she finally vetoed that stupid bill.
Yeah.
If you're from Arizona, you know right now we had like this whole homoerotic
Well, it
tale
wasn't even
going
that.
on.
It was like, okay, first off, our governor was actually out of town. She was in Washington doing stuff over there, and they decided to try to pass this bill basically saying against gay, we have the right to not serve. Basically, they were saying anybody.
Speaking of homoerotic, we got a naked Barry Allen going on.
Almost naked Barry Allen wearing some boxers, yeah.
That's the one thing I like about this show is like the detail in like the animation, the shadowing, the muscle structure, like even the fact that he's got like pale skin and a gray beard.
Yeah.
Like you could never pull that off in animation a couple of years ago because it was like still simple enough.
Boom, then he makes his costume back to normal. So
yeah, like it very snazzy. You make me want to change my outfit.
The only time you ever hear Batman ever say very snazzy. Yeah, he's always drinking.
I think my favorite part would be that like him being like very snazzy. Now do mine, and then like it'd be like the blue and like yellow bat.
The Adam West one.
Well, every time Batman drinks, we have to drink.
Oh yeah, okay. So is that the?
Well, yeah. Well, okay. Well, so we thought about this last minute. So check this out. Okay, so you guys are watching the film and you want to have fun with it. Grab some beers. Every time they use a superpower, you have to drink. So we got to be drinking right now because he's running super fast. Anytime Batman drinks, you have to drink. Every time they talk about like the war, let's say, like that'd be a good part to start drinking because that happens a lot.
Or you could be a real big dick. So every time the Flash moves.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, the Flash was trying to speed up, try to go back in time, do something, but he
realizes he's not quite fast enough.
No, it's not even that. He's trying to figure out why he can't do it because he doesn't realize that Thawne, because that's what they were saying. When there's two speedsters pretty much in the world, one of them, you can't use all that power and stuff like that.
Right,
so.
You have to either get rid of one or the other.
So, and of course, here's Hal Jordan. He's a successful pilot. He's not a coward.
Yeah, exactly. He's never had that issue of like crashing and fear and all that
and stuff like that. So of course his alteration. But this is it's still kind of funny to think about his story right now. He's walking in with this general guy. They're basically showing him this top secret thing he's supposed to do.
Yeah, it's like top secret, blah blah. And now we're about to have a reveal. Yeah.
Let me show you this. Spacecraft. So huge alien spaceship. Crashed in California, they say, all this kind of good stuff. And then I like the part coming up because it's like, even though Hal's in a completely different universe,
he's
still tied in with the Green Lantern.
Yeah, and there's like the alien that they found. He's frozen, looks like. That's
such
the
a
best
good
part,
line.
yeah. So that's pretty cool. Like they're basically building up his ship so he can go in outer space and like do some traveling and see what's going on.
No, it's not even that. I think he's using the ship to. They're going to do an attack. He's going to have a weapon on there to do attack on the Atlanteans.
Right, because that way he's out of the sight.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. Yeah, like I like the little speech he kind of gives here, like something no one else can do, all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of funny. So it's like he's still, even though he's not the Green Lantern in this timeline,
you can see that he's
he
still got that
has
heroic
that kind of power to it. So. And of course, they have to have a ColecoVision computer.
That's what I love about it. Is like he's so behind the times technology-wise, but then like, what does he do? He doesn't do anything but drink and shoot guns. Yeah, Professor Zoom.
Professor Zoom. I keep fucking.
Yeah, Professor Speed.
It's gonna be like these guys have a comic book podcast. I don't even know. Even though I've read like all this stuff.
Well, speaking of which, we might have to have our co-host of the Fern on the SAS, Matt Renfro. Today he posted new comics that came out today, and I just threw my hands up like, "What the fuck?"
Like you didn't even know.
Yeah, I was just like, "You a."
We're losing our touch here, but Okay, so now they're talking about Superman's rocket.
And of course, he's like, "Who's Superman?"
Yeah, no one crashed their.
Yeah, but this is crazy. So they're like, and that's what's cool is like in the story I just read, The Last Son of Krypton. That's what they were saying. Like, Superman finds this boy who has the same powers as his, and he just, because he landed in Metropolis, like, everyone's, like, doing tests on him and things like that.
Yeah.
And he, like, sees it, and he realizes, like, this is probably what would have happened to
Yeah,
me.
what happened to me.
Is, like, if had I landed anywhere else.
And we got
Remember me, I'm blacker than a
showing up.
motherfucker. Everything's cyborg except for my black ass
Cyborg?
face.
Vic? Which I think is kind of funny too. That's like they still need Batman for a strategist because like no one knows what the fuck they're doing. Of course, you can see how much Kyle and I, when we start drinking, we get more vulgar, and now we're just like, fucking Batman.
Fuck Batman.
Fucking Batman.
Look at you, you got an eye on your face.
He's like, fuck you. You know Metropolis? You don't even know Metropolis.
I got your Metropolis right here.
Your Metropolis right here.
Fish stick.
Everyone's like, this commentary really went downhill at the
But I love
half-minute
what I love is too is like if you look at Cyborg's huge, you know, he's
Yeah.
like he dwarfs everybody
Yeah, he
else because he's
dwarfs
like
everybody.
more machine than man.
That's so fucking true. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what I like about it is this is where you start realizing like how much of them the similarities there are, you know, between him and the other Batman.
And yeah, and Bruce Wayne, Batman. Like and that's the cool part with him. He even knows, like, he's like, it doesn't matter what we do with this war. He's like, there's no way we probably stop it.
No, but we're
Probably
all
still gonna die. And
everyone's
everything
gonna
like that,
die, but at least we can have a fighting chance.
And of course, every place in
That made no
Metropolis
sense,
always
Cyborg.
has an underground place under the sewer.
Yeah, I love it. We learned it from the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Well, that's my favorite part about it is like it shows the rocket go past the Kents and lands in a Metropolis and of course decimated it.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Flash takes out some bad guys.
Yeah, Flash is running down the hallway. Batman kind of smiles because he realizes like, wow, look how great that is.
Yeah. So got that taken out. I'd have super speed.
And is this like a government facility, I imagine?
Yeah, it's pretty much a government facility, but of course it's been kept under wraps because even like even with Cyborg's information, like
He doesn't even know about it. It's like it's classified.
It's classified even to him. This is kind of actually, I remember when I first saw this, I was just kind of like, man, this is kind of fucked up. I mean, as much as like you think of Superman being this wholesome, you know, person, stuff like that. So of course you see like Superman's rocket.
And I love how they designed the rocket in this because it's like so like 1930s looking rocket. Like it doesn't look like anything from the future. It literally looks like somebody's like toy.
Yeah, it looks like a Buck Rogers.
Yeah,
kinda,
exactly.
Like,
Like,
rocket thing. And then you start seeing like all these weird, crazy mutant shit.
Right, because obviously
And
you
then-
try to clone him
Yeah, you
or
probably
things like
realize
that.
they were trying to either clone him or other creatures have crashed here on Earth and they just do experiments on him and stuff like that.
Well, if you kind of think about it too, Fortress of Solitude.
Remember
all the aliens?
I didn't even
Yeah.
Oh, good fucking pull. Even the I didn't even
Yeah.
notice that. I've seen
The
this
giant
movie
S.
several
Yeah, you didn't
times
see the
already. I
giant
didn't
S?
even notice the giant fucking S on there.
Yeah.
And of course, you open this up, and this is fucked up because, of course, Superman gets his powers pretty much from a sun's
Sun.
rays. But if it's a red sun, he doesn't get shit. And
Yeah.
like, you see, when I saw Superman, I was like, holy, he looks
It
like...
makes you sad,
He literally
yeah.
looks like a cancer patient. Like, it's that terrible.
Yeah, he's just
You see
so
him, he's
thin.
just like this skinny mess of a man. And of course, Batman
Yeah.
has to have that line. Except for Batman. He hates
Yeah,
him.
Batman doesn't like anybody.
Batman doesn't like you in this timeline, and he doesn't like you in the other timeline.
And that's what I like about it. And I don't know if you in the comic it was really cool because they showed him like with him and his little dog Crypto,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, no, Clark, you have to like, can we? Because it was like they were testing him, and he'd hit the ball out or something like that, and then like Clark refused one time, so they ended up like killing the dog in front of him.
Wow.
So then it was just like this whole like they were really like, no, you're gonna show us what you can do. And,
Oh, okay.
You know, they tried all these experiments on him and stuff, but
Fuck.
yeah, it's pretty dark how they did his story. And I love it too, yeah, because he's like emaciated. He's got no muscle mass.
Yeah,
He
just
can
like
barely
everything about
walk.
it, He can barely walk and stuff, and then...
And then they come out to the sun. You can just tell he'd probably be like, "Oh my god, this feels so good."
That's what I like. So you got this military people that's going to stop them right now, and they're trying to get Superman out of him.
Right.
This is like this is probably the first time Superman has seen the light of day since he was an infant.
But of course, he's like,
And then,
the sun.
yeah, he sees his son. He's just like,
Yeah, because he's never seen it before.
And he's like taking it in, and then it's just like right when I saw that, when I first saw this movie, I was just like, oh, shit's gonna go down with Superman as soon as he gets that. So,
oh no, just shot him right in the face.
Yeah, shoots Cyborg right in the fucking face. And he had the Flash.
As of course, Flash is like trying to do everything. Batman saves Superman.
I love this though, because the Flash comes running around, just how like fast he moves and everything that.
Like that's what I like is they focus on really like his abilities.
Yeah, but I like this instead of like beating the crap out of all these guys, like punching them in their stupid fucking necks. He literally just like dismantles every fucking gun.
Yeah, so they're just like what the hell?
Nothing, and you're just like, because I know if it was fucking me, I would have just like punched everybody in their fucking necks.
Yeah, then here comes like
that was awesome.
Yeah, Superman like stops
Superman
it.
jumps down and saves basically Cyborg, but just like you see this little mini, like this skinny ass motherfucker,
And he's just
like boom. And yeah, everyone's just like, what the fuck?
And then he realizes like, ho.
But then I like this because now he's like pissed.
Yeah, because obviously he realizes like what they've done.
Yeah, because he's like, these guys aren't my friends, and just like,
like
decimates,
vaporizes,
just fucking decimates people.
Vaporizes them.
Jeez, yeah. And then he realizes what the fuck he's done.
It's like Jesus Christ. But that's the beauty of Superman is like he doesn't even realize how powerful he is.
Oh yeah, well especially right now, yeah.
Yeah, because he obviously has been confined all this time.
He just fucking leaves.
He's like, see you, bitch.
I wish I would have said that. See you, bitch.
He's just and of course all these memories,
He starts, everything's getting replaced now in his memory.
And instead of Starro, it was just Cyborg. So the League, it was like...
instead he joined
he joined the police force. Instead of that, it was like him and his mom, because he's gay.
Yeah, apparently his mom thinks he's gay.
Quick, take his pants off. Yeah. I was like, they are the same. I knew it.
Yeah, so now we got Hal Jordan here.
Flying around in a spacecraft. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones, too. Like, the stories like this, when they did the Red Sun Superman.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, the same idea. Like, Hal was, like, a prisoner of war.
Mm.
They ended up training him. They ended up cloning the Green Lantern ring and giving it to, like, a whole bunch of army men.
See, this is the thing I would have thought, like Hal Jordan being a pilot, then getting, like, the ring, the Green Lantern ring, and just being able to fly on his own. Like, you think Ryan Reynolds would have really been less like, oh, hell yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, like
in the air and stuff, but it was just like, he's more just like, I'm Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, he was trying to play it like more of a cocky joke and stuff as opposed to...
This huge fucking like, sea monster comes out, Hal Jordan's gone.
You're just like, well, that was fun. That was fun.
Fucking Aquaman.
It's like, God damn it, Aquaman.
Like, Aquaman, this is another movie that kind of just gave me, like, the little bit, like, more, like, a lot of people really threw Aquaman to the wayside, and to be fair, they had every right to, and I'm not saying because Aquaman's a bad character, I just feel like they really decimated that character with the Super Friends cartoon show. Like, they really just was like, no one likes Aquaman, let's just make him the worst human being, like, the worst superhero known to man.
Well, that's what's funny, is, like, everyone's made fun of him, because back in the old shows, like, all he was, like, the water hero.
He was just a water hero.
Because no one, like...
And they really didn't get into any of his other shit. Like, I had no idea he could control water, had no idea he
anything.
Could, all they just, like, I talk to fish. Like, that's all they get.
But that's the whole idea, is, like, there's microbials in water, and that's how he's able to move them, because he can speak to the animals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so they really, like, I would have to say the Hanna-Barbera Super Friends really destroyed pretty much Aquaman's reputation.
Well, then, like, okay, I gotta bring it over. Watch the behind the scenes about Superman.
Okay.
Because they talk about the Super Friends. The Super Friends basically is, like, what cheesed up Superman to the point where people are like, he's ridiculous. Like, that's why his sales actually dwindled, and, like, Batman picked up because he was so popular. And the reason was they showed this clip where it's all of a sudden, like, Superman's on the ground and he's like, help, I can't move my arms or legs, help. And then, like, Wonder Woman's like, I think Superman needs our help. And then he's on the ground and he's like, I don't know how much longer I can hold out. And he's just like, it's just like so bad that you're like, what the hell?
Fuck? So
yeah,
so I would blame that on Aquaman, because like literally like when Justice League cartoon show came out, boom, it was just like fucking. I know this is like really an important part in the movie. But, like, just like trying to
basically he's talking to the Shazam squad and they're all hanging out like in.
We're really bad at comedy.
Yeah, like bad. If yeah. So this is about where like him and Batman talking. He smiles, like he's actually like bonding with Barry, as much as they did in the other one.
It's favorite line. It's a bat plane big enough for all of us. It's like what bat plane? So it's actually like literally like
a plane.
Private jet.
Yeah, it's like a plane.
Yeah. That's such a good line. But yeah, so this movie, I would have to say, if you're a huge Aquaman fan, this movie actually really puts him into his own, and it kind of shows.
What I like is it finally gives you the Batman that has gone too far. It gives credibility to Aquaman big time. Like, I love his storyline, and that's why a lot of people forget. Like, he is just as strong as Wonder Woman, and just as strong as
because he's almost like a god. It's like, and then boom, there goes Thawne.
Yeah, so then he realizes Thawne's around.
So then he kind of figures out, okay, I can't, that's why I can't break the speed barrier, right now.
Oh God, dang it! Quick, get to the casino.
But yeah, get to the casino. I love this part because you get to see more of Flash's power.
Yeah, Flash is just vibrating everything. He's making the world.
Tornadoes, all this kind of stuff. So, to me, it was funny because, that was, once I started reading Flash, again, it's I learned all this new shit about him. I'm just like, you know what? Flash is...
Oh, that's what I like about it. It's everything. No chartered flights overhead, none of this. It looks like, even the Athenians over. I love the technology you're seeing. I love this stuff where it's hovercrafts and... And what I really like, too, is there's a lot of 3D in this, but you don't really notice it because of the way they stylize it.
A lot better with the cell shading technology that they're doing.
Because right there, that's all 3D. That's not even animated.
And they don't
that's not even an Aquaman. That's a guy.
Yeah, that's a black dude. It's weird.
I'm Aquaman.
People are going to watch it.
Yeah.
This is Aquaman.
Oh, shoot, it's blowing up.
Yeah, this shit is blowing up. That's right, Arnold Schwarzenegger. At least, okay, it could have been worse. We could have really been doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger commentary, for Total Recall, where it's the Amazonian are shooting arrows. The guy just got hit with arrows. They just got hit with a gun.
The best one to watch is the Conan the Barbarian commentary.
Oh, yeah?
Because, he's talking about... He runs up the hill, and they have these wolves that were chasing him, but the wolves actually got him.
Yeah.
So he's up on the hill, and he's like, "The dogs are on me, get them off!" Then he falls down this little ravine, and you just hear him going so good.
Okay, so there's huge epic battles going on now. Right. What you're going to be seeing pretty much soon is there's a lot of people fucking going to die.
Yeah, we got estrogen fighting.
You call him estrogen. Etrigan.
Viagra's fighting.
Viagra's fighting Wonder Woman. You got this whole different team.
Yeah, at least you got behind there.
Oh shit, that's that guy you talked about, the Night Stalker.
Yeah, that's that guy.
That's fucking crazy. Again, it's I've watched this literally. I would have to say I've seen this movie within probably 4 or 5 times already. Yeah. It's probably my 6th time watching it. And
you still keep seeing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that Grifter was in this because it was he was such a predominant character. When we were growing up, he was in everything. They always show Grifter on everything. Yeah. So. Yeah. What I like about this, Wonder Woman can fly. We got her with the crown on.
Yeah, she's more armor. They finally introduced that Wonder Woman could fly because it was always the stupid invisible jet.
Well, what was cool about it is in the new 52, I believe they talked about it because she gets Achilles the wings, the Hermes wings.
Oh, okay.
She gets pricked by one of them, so because she's part god, she has the abilities of all the gods and flight speed.
I fucking love this strategy part here. Now this is really badass. What's going to happen pretty soon?
Yeah, so this is where you get to kind of see the.
So basically right now, Aquaman and Wonder Woman are just battling, but I like the plan that Batman's pretty much coming up is basically we have to split these two fuckers up.
Right, we can't have them going head to head or else it's going to take forever.
And this is my favorite part because I've never once seen so many people just beat the shit out of Aquaman. Yeah. So this is pretty oh fuck, look at him.
And what I like about it too is you can see how powerful he is, but then also obviously there's still that.
Yeah. I forgot his name was Arthur. Arthur Fonzarelli. Hey, I'm Aquaman.
You ever read Archie comics? Well, they're based on me.
Yeah. So they're going to town out and stuff.
Right, because obviously it's a love-hate. Let's do it again.
Oh, in your face, bitch.
Oh, fish sticks. Johnson C.
Women take a page out of men's book. If that ever happens with a breakup, just use that line. So boom, so she gets blasted through a fucking wall, and I love this part coming out, because then Cyborg pretty much closes the wall, she's like, alright, turns around, just sees a bunch of fucking kids.
Yeah, and of course she's like, children, what are you doing here?
Oh, Shazam it up.
They Shazammed it, and then of course it's bam, magic.
I mean, it's so weird. So because it's what he's Captain Marvel. Some people call him Shazam, Captain Thunder. Like he has so many fucking names.
Yeah, and obviously it's all of them combined.
You know what's really funny about him? I would have to say Captain Marvel is literally is like Mrs. Marvel because she has so many fucking names as well.
Yeah.
She's Miss Marvel. She's Captain whatever or not. But I love this. This is my favorite part because I've never like Flash is just fucking like. Aquaman
he's just going.
up.
Well, they got Cyborg shooting him with a beam. You had Batman using the acid on his eyes. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, now Black Mantis is like, oh, there's another Black motherfucker.
So Black Mantis is outside right now. Batman gets blown through the window, and he's all like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
See ya.
So he's smart, But I fucking love this, though, with Batman, though.
Yeah, shooting at him.
He's shooting at him. He's dodging. He's got these fucking skills. Just pretty much badass. And I just love fucking, like, the Shazam. It's, like, so much shit.
Yeah, it's like, oh, my God.
On. It's basically kind of like the Avengers movie.
Right.
Where, like, there's just so much shit going on, but it's just fucking awesome. So, I love this. You think, okay, Batman just got killed by a car.
Oh, no, Batman, why?
He's right behind your buddy Griff helping him.
He's, like, shooting the crap out of him.
Yeah, fucking
Griff's on fire.
Destroyed.
Of course, Batman's like,
carpool. It was a fucking.
It was in the carpool lane.
No, it was the fucking sunroof, man. I love this. Yeah.
Yeah, he throws it and they're just like,
throws a grenade down and just like, boom.
Lights him on fire.
So he turns around, his mask is broken, and then boom, in the fucking face.
They start shooting him, make sure he's dead.
That's just so fucking awesome. Just like a conversation like that.
That's what I love. That's the best line. The boy idiot.
Yeah, the boy idiot.
Instead of the boy wonder.
Yeah. But I just fucking like how he had that conversation, just like fucking took out two guys and then goes right back to it.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing. And of course, Thomas Wayne has just been hit. He's trying to stop the blood flowing, but of course, Thomas Wayne is like, dude, I'm a doctor. He even admits it. They may not be a very good doctor. I'm an even worse Batman. I'm a great drinker, though.
Yeah, you gotta understand.
You gotta give me that.
God damn it, Batman.
See, that's one key point right there, kids. When he says we're dead already, Batman, our Batman, Bruce Wayne Batman, would never give up.
Yeah.
Oh!
God damn it, he pulled the Batman on us.
Pulled the Batman on us.
Bat boner.
And then
where are your pants?
Thawne.
You can also call me Dr. Zoom. I don't know why I sound like Mike Tyson.
I don't remember who voiced Thawne in this. I'll have to look it up at the...
I think it was Bryan Cranston, I thought.
No, I said it... No, you're pulling what I said. If they made a Flash movie, I thought Bryan Cranston would play a phenomenal Thawne. But yeah, so these guys are going fucking nuts at it. Now, I would love to just see, like, this would be an awesome, like, fucking battle to see just, like, on the big fucking screen, because... God, he's such an egotistical prick.
Yeah.
Like, as much as, like, you want to hate Thawne, you also kind of just like him because he's, like, surprisingly, he's become, like, fast-growing, and pun on the fast, but just, like, I really just...
Well, I mean, you think about it, like, the only other person that could fight you either have to have somebody who's incredibly slow, which would be boring as hell, because you'd be like, Flash, I'm going to take your death. Yeah. So instead, you'd have to have the equal, and the whole idea about energy... There's always a polar opposite to energy.
Damn.
Yeah,
so he just fucks Perry Allen up here, man. Just like
yeah, he's beating him up, stabs him in the leg. He's got the rebar in the leg.
It's like, oh, fucking hell. And like you look at Thawne, he doesn't have like fucking
nothing. Yeah, he's got nothing scratch on him. He ran away. He's like, ha ha. I love it. Yeah, he picks him up. He like punches him, runs away again.
Well, I like about it because he basically, of course, like all supervillains usually do, he toys with them, and then he wants to.
It's like cat and mouse.
Wants to bring him to the part where he's like, just look what you've done, basically, because this is what's basically going to come up where you think Thawne pretty much did all this,
right?
You think Thawne was the one who changed history, but then he realizes coming up soon, and then,
that is actually Barry Allen.
Griff, just getting the fuck.
Yeah,
but even with all the arrows, he's still boom.
Right, took one to the head to finally put him down.
Yeah. So Barry's just like disgusted, with all this. And then I just love this line. Just like...
Yeah, he's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what would you have done to cause all this?
Yeah, but you think about it, it was just like just this one deed
Yeah.
fucked this entire thing up.
And because you saved your mom, you never became the Flash, and all this other stuff happened.
Yeah. As dumb as that sounds, but it's still kind of like, it's pretty clever.
But it's true, though, like because if you think about it, you could move faster than the speed of light, and eventually when you stopped, it would all have to catch
Everything
up
has
to you,
catch
and
up to you,
it would leave energy behind.
Something's going to happen, so.
Well, that's what I like about it. So there was a theory, like what was cool about it was at the time when comics came out, there was actually a theory between Flash and Spider-Man.
Okay.
So obviously, when Spider-Man like shoots the web and he breaks Gwen Stacy's neck, of course we were led to believe that.
Yeah.
It made sense. Velocity, he snaps the neck,
Yeah.
blah, blah blah. But with Flash, like the Flash's gimmick was always that he had a high metabolism, so he had to eat a lot.
Yeah.
And so like then people were saying, okay, well for him to run around the world backwards and stuff, he'd have to eat like 1 million cheeseburgers, and like that's just impossible. And that's like what people were always trying to say, like Marvel was bent more on science, and
Yeah.
DC was more on like the mystical or magic. But I think in this sense, like that right there proves like, oh, that's perfect. Like one effect, it's like the chaos
Of
theory.
course, we totally missed it. That he basically made like the best delivery. He's all like, "You pretty much did all this, Barry," and he's like, "And I'm the villain,"
Yeah.
which is just like it's so twistedly poetic, but it's just so fucking good. So now we got Cyborg here, just like he's fucking
Decimating.
like, taking it to the fucking chest and just like nothing.
Yeah, he's got all this weaponry. He's
So
messing
like-
everybody up. We just saw Aquaman get eaten by a Minotaur.
Yeah, boom.
And that's one thing I love about the Wonder Woman saga is like the whole like mythical.
Yeah,
Like you're
all the
getting
mythical
Minotaurs, you're getting all this.
It's even that, but like Aquaman gets eaten, just like cuts it open, just like fuck.
He's like,
you.
yeah, I'm done.
I'm
Yeah,
Aquaman.
Take
And
that.
then boom, just Cyborg's
Trident.
gun is gone.
That
Just
trident is pretty powerful. So
Should Trident some gum.
yeah.
Oh,
Trident gum, fish stick.
I love this. So then he's just fucking pissed.
Yeah, he's just like, you know what,
Aquaman's
you
just fucking
assholes.
tearing it up.
Thon's just like stepping on
I
him.
know Thon's just being a dick, but it's like, he goes fucking ape shit. Fucking
He's just ripping everything off. Oh, there's your heart. Too bad.
Man. Yeah, so this part is coming up. Is just so fucking awesome though. But it's just all like you're just.
He's like, that's
he's
it?
Fucked.
Yeah, he's like, this is it.
He's fucked. I even like Thon though, even though he's beating the crap out of Barry, he's still like making him watch like all this shit happens.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
wicked.
this is fucked up here. This I thought was just fucked up shit. So.
And then of course it's like children.
Yeah, so this is fucked up. So even like she hurts herself, but then it's like everyone's turned back to normal, and then you just see like literally like Wonder Woman's ruthless.
Yeah, she's like, hi, little kids.
And she just starts fucking killing.
Yeah, kills children like it's
all
nothing.
the kids like it's nothing. And it's funny because it's Billy.
Yeah.
So basically, everyone's just like falling like.
And this is the
flies.
part I like is like he's talking about land dwellers, and that was always something that Aquaman always had. He
Yeah.
hated the land because we
Yeah,
were
he
polluting.
he hates the human race, and then
So then it's like, bam, where's your
what
arm?
the fuck? Your arm just got shot off by
Superman.
Your ass is fucked. Like, how could you imagine if like Superman was on their side?
Yeah.
Like, we would have been fucked so hard. And then this sucks because even with
Yeah.
Superman trying to save him, Cyborg still shuts down, and then you just
But then like here's the best part is like we finally get to see what Superman's rage would look like.
yeah.
But that's what I love about it is like Superman is like very little intellect,
Yeah.
and he hears like hero, and he just wants to do more.
Yeah. So.
And this is great. Like you're seeing Orm, you're seeing all these people
so
of
now
his.
He's even like seeing all of his.
Yeah,
like,
he's seeing Aquaman.
Aquaman's
You
friends
see
are
like
all-
all the
yeah.
Athenians, all
All of
his
his
allies.
family, allies, and then boom, stabbing the fucking back.
Back,
actually.
yeah. Shake stabbed him.
The thing that pissed off though right now is like, how did Wonder Woman's sword get fixed? Come on, continuity, because we just saw her take out Billy and her sword. Was
Well, then I think she just picked up another sword because all the Amazonians.
I'm Kyle. I've lost. Fuck you. It's continuity.
Well, my thinking is this: you have a battlefield full of weapons. You wouldn't pick up another sword.
No, I wouldn't.
You would just be like, my
I'd kill
sword.
the armless. I would kill the one arm.
You know what I would have
fucking
done?
Man.
I'll tell you what I would have done. I would have taken the lasso and lassoed him and asked him, "Do you love me?" To find the truth if he actually loved her or not.
Well,
Like,
she obviously loves him because she's about to cry when she's about to do this. And Aquaman's just like, fuck you.
Yeah, she
I'm
stabs
taking out
him.
everybody. So Aquaman
hits
just hits his little belt buckle.
Boop, 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 boop.
Which is weird because I've never seen Aquaman ever use his belt buckle for shit.
No, and I always thought Superman should have had a belt buckle where he could tap it in like his suit then forms. Because like Kryptonian technology, it could just like appear.
Well, actually, that would have been a smart idea.
Yeah, because like why does he wear a belt then?
I mean, look at the Flash, and actually, if you read the new 52s, like you find out the Flash is like kind of his suit is kind of like an armor thing now. When you see how everything has, so of course they want to use Captain Adam's power.
Yeah, it's a bomb.
As a bomb, and he just fucking decimates everything.
Well, that's why I like is he's trying to get him out of there, and then like because of the Flash, or because of Aquaman hitting that, he detonated the thing.
Detonated everything. So then, guys, it's like he's such a dick, but he's so fucking good at it. Like that's how much of a fucking sociopath this guy is.
And this is one of the best parts, though.
And then here comes the best part coming up. This is why you never count motherfucking Batman out. Right in the fucking head.
But I don't know if they ever showed it in the comic.
No, in the comic, he actually stabs him with a sword.
Yeah, he stabs him right in the back with a sword. One of the touching moments. That's what I like about it. Like, Batman doesn't care. He's like, as long as this doesn't happen.
Like, as long as you can fix any of this. So. So basically, like, everybody
it's like,
dead.
Because of your going back, this is what you did.
And you got to think about it, just how much that just fucking sucks. Just like, you want to just save one person.
Yeah.
And it's somebody who's like is just important to you. It has nothing to do with like because even Thawne said it before. You know, he's like you didn't go back and try to save JFK. You didn't try to stop Hitler or this kind of stuff. You just wanted to save one person that you loved, and it was just kind of like. And then this is kind of fucking cool. So.
Yeah, Flash is like,
Flash has gotta, and this is what I love, it's like fucking, he's got the bum leg because fucking Thawne just stabbed him with that fucking rebar.
Right.
So now it's just like, but the coolest part is like, he
just
starts speeding up, pushes up to it, but I love this coolest part here where he breaks it and then basically runs into him like himself.
Yeah, to tell him like, don't,
he's like, Barry, don't. And it sucks because if you think about it, it's like, this is all battered, broken, like, Flash, and he has to catch up to Flash, who's like
super fast,
who's fine. I'm like, I don't got a broken leg, everything's going my way. My life is great.
Yeah, exactly.
That's got to be fucking weird to hear, though.
Yeah, if you're running
saying,
and
like, hey, don't do this. You're gonna kill everybody.
Yeah, especially when it's from one of you, and you're like, what the hell?
This is the thing now that I'm kind of curious about tying in because if you watch it though. It doesn't show, like, the guy's face or anything like that.
Yeah.
He's in the house and all this kind of stuff. But if you're looking at him, he almost resembles Barry.
Yeah, like maybe it was because of Barry running so fastly that he ends up running into her and just decimating her.
You think that, but the other theory is, like, yeah, he's kind of wearing, like, a jacket that Barry had. He kind of has the build as Barry. But there's a thing that's going on in the New 52 where you find out that it's actually, like, everyone thinks, like, basically his father's in jail for his mom's murder.
Oh, okay.
And he's still trying to clear his dad's name and stuff like that. Makes me wonder if actually the guy who killed his mother was actually Thawne.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just me speculating because I don't know if that's true or not. And, of course, boom, Barry's asleep at his desk. God, I wish I had a job where I could just fall asleep at my desk.
Well, if you're a cop,
world faces Armageddon. What? I didn't do shit. Holy fuck. Oh, okay.
Yeah, budget Armageddon.
But yeah. You're on the land of the living, motherfucker. But yeah, see, like, right when he leaves, he's kind of wearing that same jacket that the guy was in the house.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you wonder, like, okay, what the fuck?
But then again, was that his father's jacket?
Look at that.
Then he's like, here you go, Mom. Pisses on the grave. Fuck you, Mom. It's all your fault. Thanks for trying to teach me shit. And here's Iris, you fucking cunt bitch. Having
Suck
children.
My dick. You know what happened to me?
You know what I'm looking forward to? What? Long John Silver's.
That was it.
You want some tartar sauce? I got some tartar stuff for you.
So you even get this nice poetic thing.
Yeah, so it's like everything's back to normal.
But this is the fun part that I also like too. Because now, boom. You gotta love Batman. Just like
It's so straight to the point.
Mm-hmm. And then, this is the weird thing. Now he has like his brand new suit from the New 52.
This is one of the best performances I think of Conroy ever.
Oh yeah, and this is also kind of funny because it's like he's saying like I have all these memories, I have all this stuff, and then like he's just like, well, look, you get both, it's a gift, and then
he hands him an envelope.
Yeah, so he's handing him this envelope. It's his father's handwriting. God, it's just like it's like some of the greatest.
And here's the part I love is at this moment he's no longer Batman.
Yeah, he's no longer Batman.
He's a little kid. And what I love is if you look at some of the stuff it says is like, for what it lost, for what lasts, and then he's like, love always.
Yeah, Thomas Wayne, and then it's just like best line ever delivered by Kevin Conroy. I would have to say that is probably the first time ever I've heard Batman ever speak the words "thank you."
Yeah.
Like ever or whatnot.
And then it gives legitimacy to the Flash because like no one's ever gotten Batman to say anything like that.
But yeah, it's just like you're one hell of a messenger. Like now it makes me wonder. Okay, so if they're able to do the Flash movie, it's successful. They do because I guarantee the first one is probably going to be like a normal. The problem with the Flash movie, though, I would have to assume they would have to do 4 fucking movies because we would have to do the intro to the Flash, have him fight somebody normal, something like I don't know, Captain Cold or something like that. The next movie you definitely would have to do Gorilla Grodd, coming down the pipeline there. The third movie you would definitely then have to do the Rogues Gallery because you got to get them in there. And then the fourth movie would definitely have to be this or whatnot. Yeah. Now, do you think if they got to that far and Ben Affleck was still Batman, do you think he could deliver that line that Batman delivered with the thank you?
I think he could, no problem. I think Batman's, if anyone hasn't seen The Town, that it's one of like the best movies of his ever. So
that was it. This was Kyle's and my first commentary on the.
You'll love the commentary when Steve left to have a smoke. There's some good moments in there.
I'm gonna
tune in next week for all that fun shit.
So of course, So that was about it. So we're gonna probably stop it right here. Right now, it's just basically the credits. We're not really going to go in and dive into the credits or whatnot.
James Tucker did stuff co-producing by Alan Burnett. That guy's a dick.
I'll actually kind of wait. I'm going to wait a little bit until it gets to the actual credits because I do want to see who played Thawne, even though I literally could just look it up on IMDb.
Fuck it, let's watch the credits. But yeah, we want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you haven't seen this movie, definitely go check it out. And we're sorry if we spoiled anything for you.
We told you in the beginning we were going to spoil it.
Sorry, okay, so we got...
Jesse Chambers was the Flash. C. Thomas Howell was Professor Zoom.
Yeah, C. Thomas Howell was Professor Zoom. Michael B. Jordan. Okay. Kevin Conroy, Sam Daly.
Yeah, it was his son. That's right, because I remember his... Oh, Ron Perlman was Deathstroke.
Oh, nice.
No fucking idea. That's good. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, see, here's what I love, though. Batman, Bob Kane.
Yeah.
Bill Norris, Jack Kirby. Etrigan was built by Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
Who did all those other characters. Yeah, it's like all these things, like they had to give them credit now. Jerry Siegel, Joe Shuster.
Yeah, they have to give all those people credit now. So basically, we're going to put a...
that pissed me off still about Finger, though. He never got anything.
Yeah, he never got his day.
But hopefully we can
hopefully I want next year or something like that. So basically, we stopped it out. Now, the cool part about this, there are some special features on this that kind of does go into like the whole Rogues Gallery.
Welcome to the Rogues Gallery.
Stuff like that. Of course, you can find this movie on iTunes, Amazon Prime, Amazon. Of course, you want to use the Sasquatch.net webpage. Click on the Amazon banner, buy some ones. If you
phenomenal. I mean, look at this. Like Steve's 6th time watching, and he finally caught some stuff that he never saw.
Much shit. So again, this is a movie that I definitely got my money's worth with this. I think I paid like $20 for this.
And you've watched it.
And I've watched it like more times than I've watched any movie right now. And I've literally, because of this movie, I've fallen in love with the Flash character. Like I love Barry Allen. I think he's a great character. I've been picking up the comic books. I absolutely love those. But so again, like we've been saying, if you like this, if you love the commentary, you want us to do more, let us know. Literally, give us some feedback on this because if we don't hear anything, we're not going to know what to do. If
we're going to cry into our beers.
Like if we hated this and you're like, hey, we really liked it, but we feel like you need to do
something different
with it or whatnot. We're fine with that. We're open to the criticisms and everything like that. Of course, you could find me at Stephen Mooney Jr. on the Twitters, on Instagram at S Mooney Jr. Of course, you can follow us at the Long Box Cast on the Twitters as well. Don't forget to like our Facebook page. I think we're at 49.
Yeah, 49 right now.
So
and of
get us
course,
to
we have a
50.
like and everything on our longboxcast.com.
Tell you what, you get it. If whoever gets us to 50, we're going to do a contest, and the contest will be able to win a copy. That's right. We're going to say a copy of Mad Love by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini. That's the origin story of Harley Quinn and how she came about and how she fell in love with the Joker. So we will pick up a copy of that, and we will give that out once we get to our 50th like. And, of course, once we get
we
to
will
100
also
like,
include a gift certificate of $5 to Long John Silver's.
Yes, so
you know where you want
get us to 50 likes. Even if we get beyond 50 likes, of course, when we get to 100 likes, we'll do another contest like that if people like
Exactly.
it. But again, Kyle, where can we find you?
You can find me at Moon Studios and, of course, at Longboxcast on Twitter. And as always, I think the best closer for this is one of the most famous Flash lines I've ever heard him say is, "With great power comes great responsibility."
You didn't say that. That was Spider-Man.
No, it wasn't Spider-Man. It was Uncle Ben's rice.
Uncle
Enough
Ben
said.
No. The Flash. No. Until next time.
Too legit to quit.
No, I got a better line. How we're going to close this? Not too legit to quit. That was Cyborg's line. The Flash will be like, "We'll be back in a flash."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Now you know why they called me the Flash. Blow down.
Okay, next time.
This feeling deep inside of me, girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
This has been another fine production of the Four Eyed Radio Network. For more shows, please listen to and follow foureyedradio.com.
Goo, back in the pudding flash. Oh,
I am vengeance. I am the knife. I am the Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah!
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Ghost Dad. The Moon Self. Dr. Oxyball. Tremors. I was in that movie.